split up due to a geographical conundrum, so to speak.
It's one of my favourite bands of all time. Check them out on YouTube, a band called Johnny's Last Jam. And the drummer's name was a guy called Andy Lith. So I just got inspired to start off a song with the words Andy Lith as a tribute to the four boys. This is called Andy's Last Jam.
So it's actually Andy Lit a cigarette?
Andy Lith is his surname. I never knew that. And I said Andy Lit a cigarette.
Right.
I was very drunk at the
He's
time.
very clever, that's what I'm
Oh, right on the machine.
But this time in another town. And how can you keep the beat when we're booming from the next one? You can't tell. How can you keep the beat when you keep losing personnel? You lit another cigarette and watched the sky crack open. There was a message from his bass player who would write to say that his car had broken down, broken down, broken down, broken down. And how can you keep the beat when we're booming from the next one? You can't tell. How can you keep the beat when you keep losing personnel? How can you keep the beat when you keep losing personnel? How can you keep the beat when we're moving from the next one? You can't tell. He burned his final cigarette and walked the tear-stained street to the pub where they were due to play, but this time in pure defeat. And how can you keep the beat when we're moving from the next one? You can't tell. How can you keep the beat when you keep losing personnel? How can you keep the beat? How can you keep the beat? How can you keep the beat when you keep losing personnel? Broken down, 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 broken.
Thank you
very much.